Hey guys, Luke here. I'm here to do another episode on my NRL 2015 transfers, going through all the biggest transfers of, the off season. This episode, we're going to be talking about Blake Ferguson. Now, I couldn't actually find him on the game. No one had made him. He's not in the game, so I'm just going to have to look at this little menu from the Roosters. But we'll leave it at this one, so I'm talking about Blake Ferguson a little bit more. Maybe we can put it on the jerseys or something. So while I'm doing that, just like to say my thoughts on Blake Ferguson. Now, just want to say I really don't like Blake Ferguson as a person. I think he's pretty shitty. At one stage, just kind of like, you know what, poor Blake. But at the same time, sort of just got over that with time. And I really don't understand all these people being like, we need Blake Ferguson in the game. Such a great talent. The game won't ever live without Blake Ferguson. Keep letting these guys go. The game will just disintegrate. And it's been proven time and time again. We lost Folau, we've lost Sonny Bill numerous times. The game moves on, and to be totally honest with you, there wasn't one time last season where I was like, Blake Ferguson, I wish he was playing. But I don't know, that's just me. Maybe that's not for everybody, but in terms of actually signing for the Roosters, I think it's a pretty good signing, depending on what they're paying him. I assume they're not paying him very much, otherwise NRL probably wouldn't have let him back in. So, in terms of his track record, I don't know, is it as bad as what everyone thinks it is? Maybe it's not. I mean, he's had a big incident, but I don't think it's a constant one like a Carney or something, so maybe it's not that big of a deal for them to sign him in terms of like a risk for them. But I think he's a bit of a dickhead. I mean, he's been training with them for a while, so they must have some idea what he's like. Obviously, a few players like Pierce and stuff have played Origin with him, so he must be an okay bloke, I suppose. When the media's not reporting on him. But this is just all personal stuff I'm talking about. Actually, ability-wise, he's a pretty okay player. I actually do think people overrate him a lot. I can't really recall. There might have been like 1 or 2 games where he's actually destroyed a side, but the way everyone talks about him, you'd think he actually is like, a Greg Inglis or an Israel Folau or something in the centres. Like, he just destroys teams. Like, he's a capable centre. He's a good centre or a winger or whatever. But I don't think he's this superstar player everyone thinks he is. I think, once again, it's more off reputation. Rather than actual ability, but he is a good player. They do need someone to replace Minicello. Obviously, I think Tuivasa-Sheck's going to get first crack. I've seen some people say Ferguson might play fullback. I don't think he's ever played fullback. If he has, he mustn't have done any good because he didn't continue there. So I don't know why Tuivasa-Sheck's your main man. Haven't had him in line for years in terms of replacing Minicello. So I don't know why they would change that. I'd say Ferguson will end up just slotting onto the wing or slotting into the centres with Kenny Dow, moving to the wing. One of them two will be what would happen, I would say, as long as Blake Ferguson, keeps under control and doesn't get into trouble or anything like that. Do I think he really helps the side? I don't know. I don't know if they're any better off than they were last year in terms of the actual backline. I don't think he makes up for like Sonny Bill leaving or anything by any means. I really don't. I don't see Roosters having like a real top year this year. It's sort of another rebuilding phase. They went for the short-term success, going in, buying Maloney and, buying all those lads, Sonny Bill, who probably aren't going to be there long-term. I think foreign and stuff being talked about for 5'8" and stuff, but I'm getting sidetracked here. Ferguson, do I think he's a good signing? If you're a Roosters fan, I'm going to say he is a good signing because I don't think he'd be on that big of a contract. And I'd say if he stuffs up, they can just get rid of him. And they do have backups. And then McDonald was, he's pretty good last year, so he's more than capable of coming in and filling in if Ferguson stuffs up and they need someone else for the rest of the season. So I think he's worth the risk because obviously he does have a lot of potential, although he might have gone down a little bit after not playing for so long. But we have to wait and see what he's like. Maybe because I haven't seen him for a while, I'm forgetting how good he is. But in my opinion, I don't think he's as good as what everyone makes him out to be. But at the same time, he is a good player. Can't deny that. Just a bit of a dickhead. But that's where we're going to leave the video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Hopefully, I don't know why I said hopefully, but if you agree or disagree, make sure you leave it in the comments. And sorry I couldn't find a player model of him. He just wasn't there, and I'm no good at making them, so it would have been no point. But yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hopefully you can leave a like. Hopefully you can subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you for my next video, guys. Bye!